What's going on, everybody? Thanks for clicking on today's video. Bethesda released their Inside the Vault article for this week, and with it comes some important information. Let's get started. For those of you who participated in the last PTS, or are interested in participating in the next one, a PTS will come live on April 30th, Thursday next week. This PTS will contain the content of the next update, which we got a small look at in the AMA. We will discuss that later on. If you were part of the previous PTS, then you won't need to sign up again. You'll be able to participate, so just hop on next week and enjoy. For those who haven't participated but would like to, they'll be sending invites, so feel free to sign up. But remember, you have to sign an NDA, which means that you can't talk about anything you experience in the PTS, even after it ends. We also got a look at an updated community calendar for what we can expect in the game up to the end of May. Some cool stuff looks like it's coming to the game, so keep an eye out as we get closer to these dates. Additionally, another Purveyor event came live today. It will run till 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday, April 27th. The event is a sale for a random 3-star legendary for 60 script. In my opinion, this isn't a good sale, as you would be better off saving your script to craft the new Secret Service armor or Vault 94 armor. Keep in mind, if you want a full set of Vault 94 armor, it costs 150 script for the materials just to craft one piece, and you need to keep crafting the armor until you get the legendary effects that you want. So saving your script would be a good idea while you grind for the gold bullion. Lastly, an AMA took place on the Fallout 76 subreddit. We got a lot of useful information, and I wanted to share the devs' answers with you guys because it gives us a lot of hints of what to look forward to in regards to the future content coming to the game. One player asked if we'll see any DLC related to the Enclave or Brotherhood of Steel in the future, and a dev responded saying, "Let's just say the Brotherhood is now watching the wasteland of West Virginia very closely." I don't know about you guys, but that definitely sounds like a strong indicator for seeing the Brotherhood return to Appalachia in the future. A player asked if it would be possible to have 2 NPCs in our camp in the future, but a dev responded saying this wouldn't be feasible. But we can look forward to dressing up our companions in May, so that's something to look forward to. We got some insight on the legendary perk system, which is set to release this summer. It will introduce powerful perks that we will start to unlock slots for at level 50. We will be able to apply these legendary perks to new characters we create too. Additionally, we'll be able to scrap extra perk cards to rank up the legendary cards. Personally, this seems a bit complicated in text form to understand, but I look forward to seeing how this gets implemented. A dev talked about how there are plans to add more lore into the mole miners, but he can't go into detail. But another dev tells us that we can expect to see another mole miner come to the game in May, so maybe the Purveyor will get a friend. I wonder if this has any connection to the mole miners underneath the Rusty Pick, which is where the Purveyor has now set up shop. We also see a response to some love shown to the Blue Ridge Caravan. Next, we get some info on what future DLC will be like. It will be more multiplayer focused, but have no fear. There will also be more NPCs with storylines and new companions. The dev specifies this multiplayer content is to add more replayability to the game. Some players have shown interest in wanting to create actual settlements and towns with friends, but the devs state that this adds a great deal of difficulty with the programming, but they will look into ways to improve camps. A dev responded to a comment about internal walls with wallpaper being able to be applied to both sides, along with other features. The devs say that they'll bring this idea to the team's attention, so hopefully we can see this in the future, because it's really difficult making complex homes when you get a random brick wall in the middle of your house that you can't do anything about. The devs gave a response about increasing camp budget and more quality of life adjustments to camp systems, saying they want to do fun things with camps in 2020, but flat increasing the budget would result in performance issues. We learned that we can expect a roadmap covering all content coming this year. Much anticipated perk loadouts are also coming this year, which is pretty sweet. An event is coming this summer related to the Wendigo Colossus. Personally, I still haven't seen one. They are extremely rare. I've been exploring nuke zones often, but never find them. We learned the devs have plans to expand the areas we can explore. Maybe Fallout 76 will take us to other parts of post-war America. Looks like text chat still won't come anytime soon, but devs recognize it's something that could add a lot of value. A dev addresses the issue of some NPCs not fighting back, saying they recognize it's not fun, but they had to sacrifice fun in order to prevent bugs. A dev also commented on someone's picture of the interloper, providing a Shakespeare quote. For those of you who don't know what the interloper is, but would be interested in hearing more about this mysterious creature, comment below and I might make a video on it if there's enough interest. The devs then talked about some of the rebalancing coming to the game, which is a huge undertaking, and they recognize that high-level players should be stronger since they've put more time in the game. They're working on these changes for the PTS and adjusting with feedback. We get some info on respecking. Maybe it'll come in the following months, but legendary perks are coming this summer that will transfer between characters, encouraging different builds. The Marine Combat Helmet will also be in the game soon, but it will be a rare item. We get some fun info on floaters and how they are intended to add a more tactical dimension to combat, which they definitely do for melee builds like myself. The gold bullion grind is addressed, discussing how it is intended to keep bringing us back to the game. Information I'm sure many of you already knew, but it's nice to receive that clarification and know that the grind is intentional. Pets are also coming soon, which is pretty exciting. Some potential at cultist lore being expanded on the future is hinted at. And this summer we can expect a new matchmaking system for teams with added team buffs to incentivize people to team up more often and play together. They give some info saying team leaders will appear on the map as a way to LFG. The devs say that they have meetings every week about info brought up on Reddit and the PTS forums, so keep commenting any ideas you have or any bugs you find. We get some insight on inspiration for the Wendigo Colossus. Apparently the idea has been around for a long time. Bethesda shared some of their most difficult bugs. Surprisingly, one was an issue with collecting the gold bullion at the end of the vault raid, and how there was a way to get infinite gold. We learned that there will be more allies added to the game, hopefully more with questlines, because those were actually really fun. Some fun anecdotes were provided about what it's like to work for Bethesda. Also, updating locations was addressed, stating how they wanted to add more fun locations where Radiant quests would take place. New masks will appear in the Fashionat Parade this year, along with improved drop rates for the ultra-rare masks from last year, which I was actually able to obtain one of the rare masks, the Old Man Winter Mask. Not being able to progress through the story with teammates in the same instance was addressed, and how the game would break if teams progressed together due to choice mechanics. Trade restrictions won't be lifted on gold bullion items. I'm personally really happy about this, because it means that when you see someone wearing the new gear, you know that they worked hard for it, and they didn't just get it for some duper. It seems there are no plans to bring back survival mode. I'm kind of sad about that, since I'm not a fan of the Battle Royale genre, but it's not that big of a deal to not have PvP in Fallout 76 to me. We get some info on plans for instance dungeons that will be on a rotation with unique rewards. This is honestly really exciting news, and I can't wait for the potential that these might bring. And that's it for the devs' answers. There were over 2,000 questions asked, and I went through all of them to find the devs' answers for you guys. I hope you were able to learn some information about the game and upcoming events that you didn't know about. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to always know what's going on in the Wasteland. Stay safe.